Hello everyone, welcome to this video session. In this video, we will discussing in how to print hello world in several different ways in a programming language and its function. So let's begin. So in this topic, we're going to focus in a program called C++. In this C++ program, we're going to show a simple yet classic example of C++ program called a hello world program, a common starting point for learning programming languages. The program uses the iostream library to output the message hello world to the console. The program starts by including the iostream library, which provides input and output operations necessary to print text to the console. The main function, which is the entry point of the program, is defined next. Inside the main function, the program uses the stdcout object to output the message hello world std and l manipulator, which adds a new line character to the end of the output. Finally, the program returns 0, indicating that the program has completed successfully. This program serves as a basic introduction to C++ programming, illustrating how to output text to the console and the basic structure of a C++ program.
Pseudocode. In this simple structure of C++, this is the steps of C++ structure of Hello World. The first step is include the iostream library, which allows input and output operations. The second step is begin the main function, which is the entry point for the program. The third step is use the stdcout object, which is a stream object that represents the standard output to output the string hello world. The fourth step is use the std and l manipulator, which adds a new line character to the end of the output to format the output properly. The fifth step is return 0 from the main function, indicating that the program has completed successfully. As you can see in this illustration of pseudocode in C++ program is a classic example of Hello World program, which is often used as the simplest example of a working program in many programming languages. The code begins by including the iostream library, which is a standard C++ library that provides input and output operations. This library is necessary for the program to be able to print text to the console. The program then defines the main function, which is the entry point for the program and is where the execution of the program begins. Inside the main function, the program uses the stdcout object to output the string hello world to the console. The stdcout object is a stream object that represents the standard's output and is used to output text to the console. After string hello world is output, the program uses the std and l manipulator, which adds a new line character to the end of the output. This is used to format the output properly so that the message is printed on a new line. Finally, the program returns 0 from the main function, indicating that the program has completed successfully. This is a convention in C++ and many other programming languages to indicate the successful completion of a program. The program is very simple, but it has all the basic structure of a C++ program, making it a good starting point for learning how to code in C++.
Algorithm. The algorithm for the Hello World C++ program can be broken down into the following steps. First, the program starts by including the iostream library. This library provides input and output operations that are necessary for the program to output text to the console. Second, the main function is defined next, which serves as the entry point for the program. This function is where the execution of the program begins. Third, inside the main function, the stdcout object is used to output the string hello world. The stdcout object is a stream object that represents the standard output and is used to output the text to the console. Fourth, the stdendl manipulator is used to add a new line character to the end of the output. This is used to format the output properly so that the message is printed on a new line. Fifth, the program returns 0 from the main function, indicating that the program has been completed successfully. This is a convention in C++ and many other programming languages to indicate the successful completion of a program.
Flowchart. A flowchart is a visual representation of the steps in an algorithm or process. For the Hello World C++ program, the flowchart would begin with a start symbol, which represents the beginning of the program. The next step in the flowchart would be to include the IOStream library, which is necessary for the input and output operations. This step is represented by a shape with the label include IOStream. The next step in the flowchart is the main function, represented by a rectangle shape with the label main. These functions serve as the entry point for the program and is where the execution of the program begins. Inside the main function, the program uses the stdcout object to output the string hello world, represented by the shape with the label stdcout hello world. The next step in the use of the stdendl manipulator, which is represented by a shape with the label stdendl. This step is used to add a new line character to the end of the output. The flowchart then proceeds to the final step, which is returning 0 from the main function, represented by a shape with the label return 0. These steps is used to indicate that the program has completed successfully. The flowchart ends with an end symbol, which represents the end of the program. Overall, the flowchart provides a visual representation of the steps in the Hello World C++ program and how they are executed in the order. It makes the program structured easy to understand and follow.
The C++ program that takes input from the user and output a personalized Hello World message that start by including the IOStream and string libraries. The IOStream library provides input and output operations, while the string library provides the ability to use string variables. The program then defines a variable name of type string to store the user's name. This variable is used to store the name entered by the user when prompted. The program uses stdcout to output a message asking for the user's name. This message is "What's your name?" This is done to prompt the user to enter their name. The program then uses stdsyn to take input from the user. This input is stored in the name variable. This line of code allows the program to capture the user's input. Then the program uses stdcout again to output the personalized message hello by concatenating the string hello with a variable name and a exclamation mark. This message is personalized for the user based on their input. Finally, the program returns 0 from the main function to indicate the successful completion of the program. This is a convention in C++ and many other programming languages to indicate the successful completion of a program. Overall, this program takes an input from the user and output a personalized hello world message by using the IOStream and string libraries, defining a variable to store the user's name, prompting the user for input, capturing the input, and using that input to create a personalized message.